What's up, y'all?
Hey, y'all.
Welcome to our Zombieland 2 review.
That's right. We just went to go watch Zombieland a few hours ago. It was definitely early in the morning when we went to go catch a matinee, and so we're ready to talk about it.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So I'm excited to let you guys know that we're going to be doing this on a regular basis.
Yeah.
More reviews in single format like this, not part of the show. So catch our reviews whenever.
And remember, guys, I know a lot of people do their review and then they do a spoiler review differently. We do it all mixed into one, and then we put it on the timestamp when we start spoiling things about the movie.
Yeah.
And we'll let you guys know while we're going through it exactly when we start. So
we'll let you know when it's spoiler talk.
Absolutely.
Right? So not right now. Let's talk about the movie in general. What are your thoughts, man?
So my thoughts initially were, it's the second one. They're coming back after a 10-year hiatus, obviously off the movie.
It's been a while.
And so it's been a while. So these characters have actually evolved and gotten older, especially the little girl that was a part of the first movie. I forget her name right now, too. But anyway, the little girl is turned into a teenage girl. And so they explore that area of the movie, and they're basically just following her. They're
Little Rock.
Yeah, they left. She left with one of these guys. You can see in the trailer, he's one of these guys. They're of her age, and they decide to just ditch the other people, which is Woody Harrelson, and then Jesse Eisenberg, and obviously Emma Stone. The movie just takes you throughout a course of kind of finding her, and then also seeing where they're at now and where their characters are kind of evolved into. So yeah, that's basically a movie. But as far as the movie's concerned, I enjoyed it, man. What'd you think?
The movie itself wasn't bad at all. I'm not gonna say it was bad. Like, I totally enjoyed it. I was laughing at a lot of parts. Yeah. I think we laughed more than most people in the theater. I don't know.
Well, there wasn't many.
There wasn't many people there, so that's kind of one of the things that not kind of sad about.
To say that people didn't go watch it, it was really early showing.
It was an early showing. I think it was the first showing.
It was the first showing.
Yeah. So I just think that it was a little underwhelming. I was expecting a little bit more. Okay. I do like the first Zombieland more. Yeah. I think the chemistry of that cast, the film, worked a lot better than it worked right now. I think bringing on newcomers like Zoe Dutch, which is
the white girl, the blonde girl, the ditzy kind of blonde,
like the
dumb blonde girl thing.
Yeah. She was playing that role, and it was great. She had her purpose, but I felt it was a little forced sometimes, and I don't necessarily dislike it, but I didn't enjoy it that much. But that being said, there was a lot of great callbacks to the original film.
Yes.
And I loved it. I love that part. I love that they kept really a lot of emphasis on the rules.
Yeah.
And they had like a little play on words with that.
Yeah. So that was really cool. That was absolutely one of the cool things about the movie. I feel that when they would reference, obviously, Zombieland 1.
Yeah, that was the best part. And that's why I felt like that is an indicator that this film, Zombieland 2, wasn't as great as the first one, because I kept on thinking about the first.
Yeah, and I think they tried to make it as similar to the first one. What I do agree with you with the whole, her being out of place, this girl that to be honest, it just felt like she didn't really fit the whole storyline, to be honest. Yeah. And I didn't really much like her acting in it either. Her acting was a little stale, a little like, okay, she's not the little girl, and she served her purpose in the first one as the little girl that's growing up. Yeah. And this one, it's like, okay, she's just a teenager kind of thing. It didn't fit. So I am glad what they did with her. They try to keep her as much out of the film as they could. Yeah. There was little things, absolutely, most definitely, that I didn't agree with, that I felt were a little forced. Yeah. And
what I did enjoy on the film, of them bringing back the zombies in a time where zombies are kind of dying down right now, like the whole franchise of the zombie thing fad is going away. Like, Walking Dead is low ratings right now. I'm pretty sure they are, because I'm not watching it, and
I think it's their last season too. They've already.
Are they?
I think it's going to be pretty soon.
Done. Yeah. So this is reinvigorating that whole genre, I guess. It was great. Let's talk about the rating of the movie. What would you rate it if you had to give it out of 5?
I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3. Really good movie. There were some things that I felt they forced, and some things that I felt that didn't have to be reality in it. You know, that they could have done without. I think there was things that they were trying to do in the movie that they could have done some other way, or made the film a bit shorter, so that it wouldn't feel like you're forcing other things, to cram little things in there to make a longer movie. Right. But a 3, Trace would be my
Trace. So I would do a 3.5.
Okay.
I did like it. I didn't like it more than the first one, which the first one was like a 4.5 for me. Really, honestly, I love that film.
I'd probably put it at 4.5.
And but this film, I liked it. I laughed a lot. I think I laughed more than most people in that theater. So you heard my laugh around, around a lot more.
We were laughing.
Our laugh. Yeah. So I did enjoy that. It was funny, and yeah, I think it's a good time at the theaters. Do you have to go watch it right now? Maybe not. Maybe you can catch it on Netflix.
It's one of those movies that I feel you guys have to go watch in the theaters, in my opinion. I feel that it's one of those that it's different when you watch it here at home, just because that intensity, that a zombie popping out here and there, and you get, it's a little different than when you watch it at home. But for me, it's definitely a solid 3.
So let's go into spoiler talk.
So you were what I was telling them is that in the beginning of the movie, they have the Columbia Caesar looking lady holding up the torch,
Columbia Pictures,
where it says Columbia Pictures. Yeah. In this movie,
zombies come out.
The zombie comes out to try to get her, and she gets all like with her torch, she hits them in the face and and then gets back in the pose. Yeah, it was such a good way to
that's one of the things that I really loved about this film, because I feel that it was a lot more meta. Like, it was more self-aware than the first one.
Yeah.
Because you could even hear Jesse Eisenberg's dialogue saying, something about like zombie films, or they knew that they were in a film. Like, there was a lot of hints of that, and it really does push itself into the whole Deadpool type of franchise feel to it, so you could feel that it was the same writers, because they are, right?
Yeah, you
and
can totally
the same creators, all of that stuff. The meta part is great. I love the whole breaking is it the fourth
different
wall?
Kind of zombies.
Fourth wall?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, hitting that part, it was great. I love that part where there was interaction with the audience, and I really enjoyed that part. That was part of the reason why I didn't give it a 3.
Yeah, with me, the as far as the Little Rock, the young girl concerned that we were talking about, she, to me, really just makes it. To me, they created that storyline for it to keep moving to some degree, and where they're kind of following her. I think the story, if anything, that was the most interesting was probably the Jesse Eisenberg and the Emma Stone kind of relationship and their chemistry, and how she kind of leaves them after being together for a very long time, and she gets scared because he asks.
She leaves a note, to say goodbye,
and then she says that I'm not good at notes in the note. So she doesn't really say anything,
which is great. I love that part.
And the way that Jesse Eisenberg's character takes it is just like, oh, he's sad, but it's almost like you can't really feel his sadness. He's just like, oh well, what can I do? And he meets this other girl, this blonde girl that is, guys, this girl is probably one of the best girls that I've seen act like a ditzy white girl in a film, because she was not only annoying, but she was also very charming at times.
Yeah, and that's interesting, right? Because I did feel like, I do like her, but she's annoying.
Yeah, but she is annoying, but you did like her.
Yeah, she's likable for sure.
And so she gets sick, and we think that she gets bitten, and they did it in such a clever way where she almost gets bitten in her shoe, and you can see that the lips were on her shoe, but it looked like it didn't go through.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she starts getting sick in the car, and say, "Oh man, she really did get bitten, I guess." So they asked her to, and she didn't. It was just an allergic. She comes out at the end of the movie.
That was when I said, "Oh no, that was like too forced. Like, I can't believe that."
Yes.
She Yeah, it was.
And she was all throwing up with everything. And this is one of the things that I didn't agree with the movie. They just went too far out there. I'm fine with just, with when they make things like when you stretch a bit, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But this was like this was stretching it like crazy. Too much, so at the end, she was just having an allergic a reaction. But when you see her turning into a zombie, it was just like she's turning into a zombie. Anyway, that was one of the issues that I had. I had an issue also with the relationship between Woody Harrelson and the Rosario Dawson character. Mm-hmm. I felt it was forced a bit just for him to have it and not to feel like he's the only lonely. Like
everyone had their love interest.
And to me, when you put people like that, because you see that Jesse has someone, the little girl has someone, and just you see Woody Harrelson's character not having anyone. Yeah, I felt that it was forced in there. So those are the things that forced, and some of the dialogue also that was in the movie, I felt it was forced. It was a little hokey and a little bit like, what? And so that's why I give it a 3, because I think they could have done better as far as, they're the same creators made it. I felt like they're a bit lazy with that. So that's why I give it a 3. Yeah. Things that I loved about it, however, were the fact that they had doppelgangers or
doppelgangers,
which is another guy that acts like Woody Harrelson.
Luke Wilson was on it.
Yeah. Luke Wilson, and then the other guy,
Thomas Middleditch, which is the Verizon guy.
The Verizon guy. Yeah, exactly. And he comes in as a Jesse Eisenberg character, and they're like go back and forth. And I love what they did with the characters and how they serve that purpose. Yeah. And
I love that. That was super funny. That was one of the best parts. I love that part. I didn't realize this until like just a few seconds ago. Rosario Dawson's character was Emma Stone's counterpart. Like that was her doppelganger. Oh. It was just like the 3 of them. Yeah, that's their crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't see it right there either until you're saying it right now, but I get why.
Which they left, like the Luke Wilson's character and the other guy, they left, and then it was like kind of like a parallel universe type of deal. I love that part. That was a lot of
the thing that I didn't like is the Babylon thing. I felt like it was forced. Yeah. Also, the way that they did the Babylon scene,
Tower of Babylon, and a bunch of people were like smoking weed and like just they were like no group sex. Yeah, you know what I mean? They're like,
so those are the little clips that I was just like,
it's just weird.
I just didn't get them, and that's why I'm giving it a 3, guys. Not to say that it's a 3 is really good. I think.
Yeah, you liked it.
And I liked it a lot.
It's a thumbs up.
And one of the things that I also liked about the movie is just the relationship. Jesse Eisenberg is just the same guy that you remember him from the first one. So I like it. I didn't feel like there was anything different in that.
Yeah, I kind of like that he's still like super into his own rules, and he's like,
I love that. I'm saying that I love that about that, and I also love the rules. And his doppelganger had commandments. Instead of, so it was really good. There were so many good things about it, but there was also some.
Yeah, it was really definitely creative about it. So to wrap it up, I know you guys already heard our score. Let me ask you this. So I didn't realize this till this movie. And I know it's kind of funny, but I don't know if you guys caught this. But all their names are the city that they were born in.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I didn't realize that till like this movie.
Yeah, no. I had no idea.
So what would be your Zombieland name? What would your Zombieland
California?
Name? California. No, it's the city. It has to be the city.
Oh, wait, there is cities. Yeah, you're right. It would be where I'm from, L.A.
L.A. Yeah, so your name would be L.A.
My because I was born in L.A.
Yeah, I was
born in Los Angeles.
I would be Manhattan.
That'd be cool, huh? L.A. Manhattan.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe we should change our names to that.
That's our name. Hey guys, this is Manhattan. L.A. Make sure you subscribe.
Ring the bell. Comment below. What were you guys? What's your name?
What's your Zombieland name? Tell us in the description.
In the comments below,
in the comments, yeah.
All right, and stay
movie minded.
Movie minded.
Peace.
I'm like.